Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Young, and I'm coming to you with another Paragon video. This time, guys, we're gonna go over a Riktor build I just recently made. I call it the Riktor Health Taker. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, first things first, guys. Most of the time I like to go Riktor support. So the first thing I will start off with is Lamplighter. You know, self-explanatory. Go ahead and get that ward for you and your carry. Or even if you're solo lane, go ahead and get a ward. But if you're solo lane, if you don't want to go Lamplighter, with these two builds, these two affinities, Death and Order, you can go ahead and put Armored Footman on if you're solo lane. But if you're support, go ahead, go Lamplighter. Then, guys, you're going to want to go ahead and make 3 purchases in the intellect department, and you will get Radiant Healer on. Great beginning game card. You get 190 max health, and you heal nearby ally heroes for 5 health regen. So it's a great beginning card to have. After that, guys, you can go ahead and make enough purchases. You can either curve into Protective Sentry if you want, which is a great beginning game card. So if you would like, go ahead and go into Protective Sentry. If not, you can go ahead and go into either Crippling Glare or Mallenk's Prayer. This card I really like to go towards in the beginning because you get max health, basic armor, and that active really helps if you and your carry are in trouble, or just you and your nearby ally heroes just in general. This is a great beginning card to have. So after you get into one of these, whichever you want to go for, you're going to want to go back. And the reason why I say this, guys, is going to seem weird, but you're going to want to go back and either start purchasing into Protective Sentry, or you can go back to Radiant Healer, and I'll explain why. Because eventually you're gonna have to make another 3 purchases in intellect, or you can go into Protective Sentry. You can get those wards back, and you're making 2 purchases into vitality and intellect, and it's gonna end up helping you curve into your final builds. And this is just so you won't have just one card on, guys. So after this, you can curve back into Protective Sentry or Radiant Healer. Now, after you get into these, if you would like, go ahead and start working towards Sorvukk Initiate. This is a great late game card to have on, aka part of your final build, guys. Gives you 410 max health, 48 ability armor, and as you guys know, there's a lot of ability damage in this game. So it's going to give you that ability armor and the active create a link with enemy hero. Both heroes take 8% max health damage, and ability damage per second, and it continues until the link is broken by distance or interruptions. Okay, guys, this is a great card to have. You're going to have a lot of health by the end of the game. You get great ability armor, so this is a great card. And like I said, this isn't too much of a tank build focused on armor, but you can say it's a tank build just because of health. But we're not focused on that. We're focused on draining the enemy hero's health, guys. So this is going to be either the first card you're going to want to get to, or you can go to Withering Shadow first. It's up to you. Withering Shadow is great as well. You get 20 power, 395 max health, and you deal 45 ability damage to yourself and to enemy heroes per second. Okay, guys, so you can go towards one of these, whichever one you want. Me personally, I would like to get to this, but let's just say you go back to base momentarily. You can go ahead and equip Withering Shadow, because you know you'll get to that before you get to this. But so you can either have one of these cards on, and you will obviously unequip either this and this, to get to these. So building back up to one of your final build cards, guys, go ahead and make 3 purchases in Radiant Healer, because your other cards that you got to get to, they use intellect. So here's 3 intellect here, there's 8 intellect here. So either way, you're gonna have to purchase intellect. So go ahead and purchase 3 intellects again. You know, curve back into Mallenk's prayer. And the reason why I say Mallenk's prayer, guys, is because you're gonna get max health and basic armor. So oh yeah, as well as the active, but it's gonna help you curve into one of these. This is just so once again you just won't have one card on, and you already have ability armor here, so why not get a little basic armor? Okay, so from this card you're gonna curve into your choice. You can either curve into Plague Lord Mallenk, and if you do go Plague Lord Mallenk, that means you only have to make one purchase in vitality from this card, and you will already have 4 in this. So all you will have to do is make one more purchase in vitality and then 4 more purchase in intellect, guys. Then you will have Plague Lord Mallenk. But if you want to go Withering Shadow, then you know obviously you got to make 6 more purchases in vitality, and you can leave the intellect alone. You will end up getting Withering Shadow. Once again, great max health, and you get a decent amount of power from this card, guys. And the active, once again, it just drains the enemy hero's health. Okay, guys, so great card to have. Have I got to this final build? I haven't been able to get both of these cards together, but I imagine they both do take an effect. So go ahead and try that out, guys. So final card, you can either go Plague Lord Mallenk, or you can go Song of Sentinel. It depends how the game is going, how you feel like it's going. If you feel like this will help the team more, then by all means go for Song of Sentinel. But if you feel like this will help more, then go for this. But personally, for this build, I feel like Plague Lord Mallenk will become a slightly better option than Song of Sentinel, and I'll tell you why. Obviously, if you play this game, you know that the passive from this reduces the enemy hero's move speed by 10%. Okay, guys, so what that means is you'll be able to stay within distance for a longer period of time. So you'll be in distance for Withering Shadow, and Sorvukk initiate the sacrificial link active. Okay, guys, so this Plague Lord Mallenk mixed with these two, I feel like is the best option. Not only, just the thing is, it's gonna take a long time to get to this final build, guys, as it will with any final build, any crazy final build. This is just really an experimental deck, guys, but I feel like this will be a great deck to experiment with if you can get to the final build. Okay, so another thing I forgot to mention, this Withering Shadow has a toggle active, so you can toggle it on and off as you please. But make sure, if you feel like you're going low on health or whatnot, make sure you turn this off. Do not forget to turn this off. So whatever you have, whatever button you have this equipped to, make sure you push that same button once again to deactivate this. Okay, guys, so don't forget that this is active. And if you want to disengage on this, just, you know, go ahead, let the distance become greater or whatnot, and you know that'll deactivate this as well. So yeah, so this is the final build, guys. Once again, great mid-game cards. The reason why I have Veil Stepper in here is because if you decide to work towards Song of Sentinel late game instead of Plague Lord, you can pick this on as well. Also, I have Brilliant Fortification in here because, let's just say late game, you're the only one alive, you know, which happens a lot. Or not even if you're the only one alive, just if there's a scenario that comes up where you feel like multiple lanes are getting pushed and you can't obviously be in multiple lanes at once, go ahead and go back to base. Make sure you have 3 intellects, which you most likely will, and make sure you have 500 spare gold, and go ahead, put this card on, and this card can come in a clutch. It's so many scenarios I can think of, guys. Like if you in one ally hero are alive, and there's multiple heroes, you know, pushing multiple lanes, and you each go to one lane, you can go ahead and pop this to help you guys out, and maybe that'll buy enough time for another ally hero to spawn back in and come in to help you guys. But this is a great card to have to, you know, like I said, a side card. You know, you can unequip one of these or whatever and go ahead and put Brilliant Fortification on. So I talked enough about the cards. Let's go ahead and get into the gems. So in Vitality, I got Healing Towers, I got Damage Reduction, Damage Return with Ability Armor. Like I said in my other video, my Paragon Iggy tank build, if you guys haven't seen that, go ahead check it out. But like I said in that video, I feel like I'm more subject to go towards ability armor, because I feel like late game the carries, which you know they do basic damage, I feel like they're gonna do their damage anyways. But if you can stay alive and these team fights longer, which most of the time is going to be a lot of ability damage being done, go ahead, go for ability armor, guys. And once again, take a look at the percentages that your gems give to you. So this has return 11.6 of basic damage taken, you know, where this one says return 10%, you know, 10.5. So it's just take a look at those passives, guys. Next, I got Reflexive Purify with ability armor. Purify all debuffs after taking 668 damage. So this is a great card to have. Once again, take a look at that ability armor. You may have you know, different ones. You may not have the 7.7 ability armor, you know, you might have something else. But once again, just stack up on that ability armor, guys. Okay, last but not least, improved health regen. Now I know a lot of people like to go armor aura for their, you know, final vitality gem, but for this build specifically, you're gonna be, you know, taking health from yourself as well as the enemy hero. But you know, these two cards alone, you're gonna be draining your own health. So I feel like the best card to kinda help, it's not gonna completely counter it, but to kinda help counter these two cards, guys, is improved health regen. And once again, just take a look at your percentages. Like these, you heal for 0.35% max health, you know, things like that, where this one has 0.26 max health. So just take a look at that, guys. Also, once again, I have max health and 6.6 ability armor, guys. So once again, stack up on that ability armor as much as you can, guys. I feel like that's more valuable late game than basic armor. But yeah, if you don't want to go you know, 60 max health and ability armor or whatnot, go ahead and just take a look around at what you have. You know, this one I got max health and health regen, but it only heals for 0.25 max health. Okay, so that's just my logic in that. You guys can go ahead and use your own you know, gem stats, if you call it, but those are mine, guys. And then last but not least, you are going to be making quite, you know, a bit purchases in the intellect gem department. So go ahead and use Blade Turn. Okay, guys, after you cast an ability, which you will with Riktor, either your silence or your AoE or, you know, your chain pull or whatever, this gem will come into tuition. Basically, you block the next basic attack after casting an ability, so that can come in handy, guys, you know. But that's it for this, guys. Once again, this is the Riktor health taker build. If you guys want a Riktor tank build, I'll be making that video in the short term future. But thank you so much, guys. If you guys like what you've seen, please like, subscribe, and help me share my videos, guys. That's it for this one, guys. It's your boy Young, and I'm gone.